Welcome to the opposition round 12, Brisbane Lions at Etihad Stadium, early Sunday game. Look, we really need a big crowd of Carlton supporters there. Let them know that they're travelling interstate, make it a bit of a cauldron for us. Brisbane coming off a not so good result against Sydney last week, where they were jumped early and struggled to recover. Prior to that, had two really good wins, away versus Adelaide and at home versus North Melbourne in what was a very wet, slugging affair. Not coincidentally, those two wins Jonathan Brown had massive impact on. Missed a lot of games with injury, and they have really been valiant while he has been out, but he makes such a big difference to them. Gives them a big target inside 50. He's a commanding presence. So obviously that is a big factor for us this week. He's had a very good history against us. Other players that are doing well for them, young Matthew Leuenberger had more hit-outs than any other ruckman in the competition. He's an outstanding young player who's had an interrupted run, but he's certainly on top of the ground, moves well. He's been getting up around 20 disposals a game, so he's going very well. Their stalwart, Simon Black, in the middle, super player, a really good clearance player, gets it on the move, kicks it inside 50 and really effective with his relationship with Brown. Other guys that have stepped up, Tommy Rockcliffe has been out injured for a couple of weeks, but he's a really good in for them, up around the mid-20s in disposals. Good young player ever since he stepped in really as a rookie. Just gets a lot of the ball and works very hard. Redden, good midfielder, in the top 10 tacklers in the competition. Outstanding young player, just has a real crack at the footy, and he's up around the mid-20s as well. Polkinghorne has been on the scene for a little while, plays his 50th game this week. Again, has added a little bit more depth to their midfield with Power and Rich, who are two very good players. Together that makes a midfield with, that we need to contend with on the day. Down back, yeah, big loss for them in Daniel Merritt, who's been outstanding, stalwart back there. That is a big loss, but they do get Drummond, who comes back into the team, has missed a fair bit of footy, but the one thing he can do is kick the ball terrifically well. He really kicks it to advantage and gets them on the way forward. Matt Maguire come in and play key defender. Has been solid since he's been up in Brisbane, so he's a good player there. And young Pierce Hanley, the Irishman, rising star a couple of weeks ago, really gives them some run and rebound out of that back 50. Up forward, as I said, Brown is someone we need to negate. Others up there, Mitch Clark, who plays ruck and forward, really running into some good form, moves really well, good overhead and at ground level. Bryce Retzlaff, a young bloke who has played 5 games this year, getting away a couple of shots on goal every game, and moves well. And Todd Banfield, really good young player, plays with a lot of zip and verve, gets over the ground, and his tackle pressure is outstanding. Look, they've got a number of young players who will be looking to challenge us. We need to stand up and walk away with the 4 points. Go Blues.